This is a video review of Yonah Schimmel's Knishes. Yonah Schimmel's Knish bakery is located in New York, New York. The package arrived in excellent condition. Each Knish was individually wrapped. The shape and size varied depending upon which Knish they were. Yonah Schimmel's Knish bakery has been around since 1910. They use the same recipes for some of their Knishes since the bakery was first founded in the early part of the last century. A Knish consists of filling wrapped in a thin dough layer which is then baked. A traditional Knish is made up entirely of mashed potatoes and is round in shape and not square. I did find that it took longer than the suggested 10 minutes to reheat the Knishes due to the variation in size and shape of the Knishes. They recommend eating the traditional Knish with mustard. This Knish was eaten, with and without mustard. The plain Knish mainly has a potato taste but also gets flavor from the onions and other spices. The Knish has a kind of sweetness to it. It reminds you of mashed potatoes. The very thin outer layer has a biscuit-type taste. You definitely get an aftertaste from the onion. The flavor of the Knish can become overwhelming if eating a lot of it. It is tasty but needs some type of contrasting flavor. This explains why they offer so many variations of it and why mustard is recommended. The addition of deli mustard to the Knish still gives all of the taste of the potatoes and seasonings. The mustard contrasts nicely with the stuffing. The taste of the very thin outer crust completely disappears. The addition of the mustard really increases the pleasure of eating it. A very tasty meal. The plain cheese Knish is shaped like a Bavarian pretzel. The dough reminds one of a crescent roll. The dough actually melts in your mouth. The Knish has a sweet taste to it. It also has a definite cream cheese taste to it. Really tasty cream cheese mixture. It has a sweetness to it. One of the most unique tasting foods I have ever eaten. It really has an interesting combination of flavors. Very tasty. Yonah's sweet cheese Knish are mainly cheese coupled with fruit filling which are wrapped in dough. They are square in shape. The apple sweet cheese Knish outer shell is very thin with a strudel type taste. It is a soft pastry like dough. The cheese seems a little sweeter in this Knish. Still does have the cream cheese component to it. The apples are in a thin line in the center of the Knish. The apple slices are soft and tasty like apple pie filling. Another tasty treat. The blueberry sweet cheese Knish is square and pretty to look at. Has a very thin pastry layer or dough. The soft pastry dough was tasty. This Knish has a unique taste. Has a sweet taste but also a cream cheese taste. This was probably the sweetest of the cheese Knish. The blueberries are centered in the dessert. Interestingly, the blueberry filling was relatively mild tasting. You get the essence of blueberry, the filling has a blueberry-like taste and texture. It is a one-of-a-kind dessert. The cherry cheese Knish has a delicious soft crust. The cherry filling has a mild taste. It is like pie filling. There is a classic cream cheese taste to this Knish. It is somewhat sweet to sweet in flavor. There is tons of cheese to it. Seems to have more cheese than the other Knishes. Another winning Knish. The apple strudel Knish is square in shape. The outer pastry was soft and tasty. It reminds one of apple turnover with only a little outer crust. The apples have a cinnamon flavor. An apple pie-like filling. Has apple slices throughout. The filling completely fills the Knish. This was the sweetest of the dessert Knishes. Extremely delicious. Yonah Schimmel's Knish bakery makes this delicious Jewish Eastern European snack food. They offer both traditional and dessert Knishes. There is an artisan quality to their Knishes. Each type of Knish seems to have been developed to maximize flavor. If you never had this food, Yonah's is an excellent source for trying it.